Time to talk about another metaphorical construct in my brain, and I have been watching Star Trek recently, so I've decided that I have in my head a chief engineer. My chief engineer's name is Charlie. He's about a foot taller than me, and he's completely bald. He's really kind of gruff looking. He's buff. He's got fingernails that he never manages to ever get clean. He's always covered in sweat and grime, and his job is strictly to try and keep things going. Now, unlike with Jimmy and Brenda, Charlie and I have always gotten along. We didn't need to build out a working relationship. I don't need to try and manipulate him into doing things. We're like this. We get each other. Charlie's engine room is nothing like Star Trek engine rooms. There's no cool lighting stuff. It's all just dark and grimy and gross. It's more like the underbelly of a cruise ship. Just steam venting from all of these various pipes, and he's always got this kind of tool belt with all these various tools and stuff to try and keep things running. And Charlie's very practical and forthright. If things aren't going well, he will give you warnings. Says, you got to slow the ship down. We're not gonna be able to hold up. But even when I push things to the limit, Charlie does his best. He tries to duct tape everything up and keep everything running. And honestly, it stresses him the fuck out. And one of the ways that Charlie deals with it is by drinking himself silly and just passing out. And sometimes he gets so sick that he's just gone for like a week at a time. And when that happens, I end up trying to maneuver the ship around and things start breaking, and all of a sudden Charlie's really crappy assistants are just going over putting duct tape all over the place, not actually making things better, and all of a sudden everything starts breaking down. And I can't fault Charlie for it. I mean, he's putting in 18-hour days, and I'm really pushing him to his limits. I'm pushing him to that point where, he's just completely burnt out. And then when he's passed out and his assistants are screwing everything up, I end up having to slow down, zoom back to warp 1, and I get very little done. I get dejected and frustrated. And then finally Charlie comes around, he's feeling better, he's gone through and he's fixed up all of the stupid mistakes that his underlings have made, and he comes in, he says, hey, sorry about the slowness, but we're good to go again, so go for it. And what do? I say, let's go as fast as possible. That's a smart idea. And because I've been going slow, I don't wanna go slow. And Charlie will come in and say, look, I said you could speed up a little bit, but this is a little crazy. Not gonna be able to keep things running. This is bad. And we just kind of go through that pattern of sprinting and crawling and sprinting and crawling. Maybe I need to figure out a slightly more sustainable pace and not just rely on the fact that my chief engineer is a frickin' genius. I have vastly overextended and mixed metaphors today.